to the daily. Thank you guys so much for joining with me this morning. I want to talk about small steps every day. But before we do, don't forget to hit the notification bell, subscribe, like me here on social media, and join with me as I go live and make posts so we can engage, talk with one another, and honestly build this relationship because it's important that we don't walk through life alone. And, honestly, digital media and connections online isn't going anywhere. It's here to stay. So let's make it a point to actually connect and build relationships with those that we're engaging with. So today we're going to talk about small steps every day. And what do I mean by that? We take steps every day. I don't know if you guys have an Apple Watch, a Fitbit, a Garmin, and you guys are tracking your steps. I need 10,000 steps a day. We don't realize how many steps we take in our everyday life. We only think that we need to count, or the ones that count are if I make it a point to go for a run, or if I go on the treadmill and go for a walk, or go for a long walk outside. But we take daily steps. We walk, from one place to the other. If you need to go get food, you got to go walk. And we discount the small steps that we take and that we make every single day. And we, maybe just me, that it doesn't mean a lot. It doesn't add up to a lot. But honestly, if you have your Fitbit or you have your Apple Watch, you know that your daily step intake, just without adding all of the extra workout in, that it actually begins to add up. And why am I saying all this? I'm saying this because I think sometimes just in our everyday life, if we're not making big strides towards our goals, towards the life that we want, towards health and relationships and all that kind of stuff, that we don't think that those, movements, those steps actually count. But it's the small things in our lives that actually makes up a big difference. There's an anonymous quote that reads like this: small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. Can I tell you, the steps that you take on a daily basis in the right direction can turn into the biggest step, the biggest decision that impacts and affects your life in a big way. And not discounting those things in our life, those small feats, those small steps, those small achievements, but really looking at those as mile markers on a road trip. You're going to pass by mile markers, and it may seem insignificant when you first start out on your trip, but can I tell you, the closer that you get to your destination, the more the mile markers make sense, and you're like, oh my gosh, look at how far I've come, versus we're just starting out. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? If we look only at what's going on right now, only at the small steps that we've made today, we forget about the steps that we made yesterday and the day before that and the day before that, and the significance of where I'm at in my life. I'm one step closer to achieving my goals. I'm one step closer to, creating a love that lasts in my life and my relationship with my spouse. I'm one step closer to maybe losing 5 pounds. I'm one step closer to, instead of looking at how far away we are from the destination or the goal, but thinking about how much closer that we've come, at the end of today, or a week ago, or a month ago, or a year ago. Can I tell you, the small steps in the right direction can turn out to be the biggest step of your life. Sometimes we think small steps don't make a difference, but can I tell you, if you begin to look at the individual baby step that you've made, that may not seem significant. But if you turn around and see where all the footsteps that you've taken, where they're at, you can see how far you've come. I want to encourage you today, and the question that I want to ask you to think on and to ponder on: what steps are you taking? And beginning to look at them with significance instead of insignificance. I hope this has encouraged you today. Thank you guys so much for joining with me, and I will see you next week. I'm super excited. Next week is Thanksgiving, literally my favorite holiday of the year. Yes, I love Christmas. Yes, I love all the other holidays, but I love Thanksgiving because it's really about family getting together, breaking bread, loving one another. And it doesn't have anything to do with gifts or, which I'm a gifts person. So don't, I'm not knocking that, but really taking the time to be thankful and grateful for what we have and time to spend with those that we love. You guys have a great weekend. Can't wait to see you guys next week. Bye.